Hello, welcome back, Steve's Retirement Corner. Changes that happen your first year in retirement. I don't know whether they happen to everybody or not, but due to the emails and comments and stuff I've gotten over the past couple of years, the retirees that I deal with on a weekly basis, I'd say the overwhelming majority of people have some form of these changes happen to them. You know, I just believe that the evidence is high. Let's put it that way. First one is you tend to get healthier in retirement, or you develop healthier habits, or something like that. And it makes sense. That's probably one of the top 2 or 3 things that everybody says they're going to do in retirement. I don't care whether it's lose a few pounds, start an exercise program, you just start eating healthier, or you get a little bit better sleep, something to increase your health is what people tend to do in retirement. That's a change that they make from when they were working. It makes sense to me, because there's that 3-legged stool everybody's looking for before they retire: the pension, Social Security, and personal savings. You take away any one of them 3, and it makes it a little bit rougher on you. It's not that you can't do it, it just takes a little bit more work. That's all there is. I think that 3-legged stool changes once you retire. I think it goes to your time, your health, and your money. And the same thing, you take away any one of those 3, and it makes your retirement not as good as it could be. So it makes sense everybody would try to work on them 3 legs. I don't know. Your social interactions is another thing that change that you have. It's not like I'm socializing with the same group of fellas every daggone day at work for 8, 10, 12 hours or whatever. It's they've become shorter and less. They don't happen as often. But they tend to mean more to me than them 8, 16-hour days I spend at the plant with the same fellas I see every daggone day. They're more meaningful to me, it seems to be. It's less frequent, and it's a shorter time period of interaction. But it's like I said about time being a currency in your retirement. You tend to spend it wisely. So your interactions mean more to you, I believe. But that's a change that happens. You go from all day, every day with the same group of people to different people, shorter time frame, and infrequent, a couple times a week instead of every day. So, kindness. There was a couple of people that sent me a comment here a couple videos ago about that, how they thought they had become kinder or a little bit nicer in retirement. And that makes perfect sense to me. That's happened to me also, but I kind of equate it to being a little bit more relaxed or laid back. When you're relaxed and you're feeling good about yourself and your situation, I think you just naturally turn a little bit more kinder and nicer towards people and yourself. It kind of goes back to when you were a kid. That's probably when the last time you were as stress-free as you are in retirement. You had no worries or concerns about anything. And if you go to the grocery store and there's somebody there with a baby riding in the cart, setting up, they'll watch you go by, and they'll smile at you, they'll wave at you, or say hi, or whatever. Kids are naturally friendly and kind to people. They just are. And I think that's kind of natural for you to go back to that once you get to feeling like that again, once you get that stress off of you, that wolf ain't always at the daggone door, you know. That mortgage ain't hanging over you no more. The boss didn't just chew your butt out, you know. Once you get that stuff off of you and you get comfortable and relaxed in what you're doing, you tend to spread that feeling around. Happiness is you know, kindness and is contagious. You know, and then you get your relationships. Relationships change. Your retirement does not only affect you; it affects everybody you deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know, and this was one of the top 3 concerns I had heading into retirement. Was my daggone relationship with the wife. You know, because we were fortunate. She, all except for the first year and a half, 2 years maybe, since that we've been married, she's been a stay-at-home mom. She's worked a housewife, you know. And I felt like I was coming in on her place of work, you know. And I didn't want to disrupt that flow of any kind. I didn't know how we were going to react with all that, you know. And she was a little concerned about it too. I talked to her before I left, you know. But I mean, I tend to take direction pretty good, you know, instructions. So it hasn't been that big a deal, you know. Now, we had a good relationship before I left, before I retired work. And you know, I don't know that it's increased all that much, but we get along good. We're comfortable with each other. We enjoy each other's company, you know. Now, I ain't in the house 24/7 though, you know. We have to each get our boundaries and figure them out and let the other one know, you know. But your relationships change, you know. Not only with your spouse, your your kids, you know, anybody that you normally associate with, you know, pretty much on a daily basis or whatever. Those all change. The relationships with your neighbors, those change too, you know. Sometimes for the good, sometimes for the better, you know. But it happens. It is definitely a change that happens when you have more time at the house and less time having to work for the man. And it can't help but happen because you're there 24/7 anymore, for the most part, you know. I don't know. I don't know that they happen to everybody. I think they do, in some form or manner. I do. Your overall attitude about things change because you're seeing things from the other side of the fence nowadays. And I don't know. You know. But there are changes that happen, definitely. When somebody tells you that, hey man, life changes when you retire, it does. You know, it might be just like us, hey, what we do and hasn't changed. Our lifestyle hasn't changed any, but us personally, we have. Or I have since I retired, you know. So, I don't know. Well, y'all take care. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to y'all later.